Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Valhalla for my annual 2024 playthrough. Back from my break. Thank you, Troll, for the welcome back. Thank you so much. Where is your lord? Thanks for the welcome back, Lucinda. Thank you so much. So, this will be the final stream for my Thursday of Valhalla, and we're going to be doing the quest where we actually rescue Sigurd. Exactly, Lucinda. Where did the others go? Classic dialogues that have to be heard. Troll, who's Sigurd? You mean Tyr? Yeah, one and the same.
How do you feel, Eivor?
I would rather not talk about it.
I understand.
I want to see the Alliance map.
I like how it lets us go and do another story arc at this point if we wanted to, but I feel it's more urgent. See, there's also Essex as well. But Essex is one of my least. This is my least favorite one because you have to do a matchmaking bullshit thing. But that is not what we're going to be doing in this stream. We're going to be doing the story arc where we actually rescue Sigurd.
My mind is fixed on Sussex. Basim and I have a chance to save Sigurd. But we will need an army.
That is for you to decide. The more alliances you have, the better your chances at victory.
I will go now, and I'll bring Sigurd back with me. That is a promise.
Good. I will send word to our allies at once. Meet with Basim when you can. He should be in Croydon by now.
That is the early name of Croydon, which is the place where Jacob and Evie come from. Actually, no, that's Crawley. That's right. Fuck. I just remembered.
The breadbasket of Wessex. Land of plenty.
It's Crawley, not Croydon. Crawley is where they come from. I think Croydon is actually where they are at the start of the game, where they're assassinating their targets. I think. Since these streams are being done on the same day, I haven't done my usual intro for each stream. But on Monday, I will, of course, because that'll be a few days after today's streams are finished. Because Friday, when it's Friday for me, I'll be starting the Evil Within 10th anniversary celebration. And then on the weekend, I'll be doing more Splinter Cell.
Show me what lies ahead.
she has helped on Jarl's here. Stop talking if you know what's good for you.
I wish that dialogue didn't trigger till, you know, you're actually fucking in hearing range of it, but anyway.
Eivor, you giant steaming bowl of elk piss! King Oswald sends his regards.
Brother, brother. Or is it the other way around?
It's, good to see you, Eivor. Oh, stop mewing like a heartsick kitten. He's been moping since the wedding.
There'll be time later to reminisce. Are you madmen ready to spill some blood?
After that bastard Red, some nice soft Saxons will make easy meat for my blade.
Hey there, Ayed. Hope it's going well. Welcome on in.
Eivor, my second favorite Norse.
Must we always drift together on such violent tides?
That is the way of things. Yet the meeting of friends is a glimmer of light in these dark days.
Ever the optimist, though. It's good to see you both.
I brought no pleasant words, only my blade. Let's see which proves more useful.
Luvina, once again we battle side by side.
Greetings from the north, old friend.
And how is your?
Still griping about the mess we made of Jorvik's council. But grateful for the help. To be honest, I think he's upset he didn't see the problem sooner. His pride is slow to heal.
Thank you for heeding my call, friend. Sigurd will be grateful when he hears you have come.
For your brother, I would upturn every rock in England.
You wouldn't be the first man to fall asleep on watch, but you would be the loudest.
I did not mean to fail you, Guthrum Jarl. It was only for a moment. I was so tired.
As are we all, boy. We marched hard to get here. Still, let's not disappoint me again. You hear?
My Jarl, I'm sorry.
You must be Eivor. I've heard much of you, young one. They say you're something. We'll see.
Ayed, everything is fine. It's just been dry, has it? Ah, I gotcha. Well, I'm glad to hear that everything's been going well, though.
Guthrum Jarl, Saxon Bane and Reaver of the South. I am honored to meet you at last.
Respect where it's due. I like that. Here's hoping you fight as smoothly as you talk.
Eivor hopes to rescue Sigurd from the madwoman Fulke, now ensconced in Porchester Fortress. If you wish to crown yourself King of Wessex, Porchester must fall. An alliance here serves us both.
You promised a great army, but you couldn't breach a Crone's garden with what you have assembled here.
This is not the sum of my forces. Where are the rest?
Your allies are on their way. We must be patient.
We cannot wait for them. We march as soon as we are able.
With these numbers, are you keen to see Valhalla today?
I'll not sit on my heels while Sigurd rots in that she-dog's care.
We might muster for an attack in the woods east of Porchester. But there are scouts between there and here.
Scouts I can manage. Point me at them and I will blind Fulke's eyes.
One walks the road between Briggsworth and Chichester. Another on the riverbank north of Crowley. A third keeps watch on the hills south of Croendene. But I warn you, these are all we know of. There may be more.
A risk we must take. I will find the scouts. You move the men into position near Porchester.
That is a rash gamble, Ravenfeeder. If we are spotted, we will be vulnerable.
If you want victory, come now or not at all. Every hour we waste could be Sigurd's last.
You had better be all they promised.
That snake, Fulke, hides behind walls of stone. But Eivor will drag her out. Still got a soft spot for her, don't you, brother?
Him and Eivor? Ha! Lower your aim, friend. You'll have better luck.
Troll, punch this guy. Guthrum. Yeah. Yeah, he can be a bit of a pain. I do feel like there's some wisdom, though, in what he says to Eivor later, but, you know, he definitely has elements of his character where it's like, come on, dude.
Guthrum Jarl, your second Soma talked often of you and your conquests.
They are all one in my memory. A single great battle that stretches from my first breath to the end of this sentence.
It sounds glorious. A living Valhalla.
Perhaps it does. But what happens when all the dead wear the same face, and their pleas become a senseless blare? Where did Torsten die? On a field or in a marsh? We were close as brothers once, yet I don't recall where or when.
You wear the scars of battle, and not only on your skin.
The needle of loss becomes blunt once you have been pierced enough. But enough of that.
Basim, good to find you here. What news do you have?
Fulke remains at Porchester, just as we suspected. And as of 3 days ago, Sigurd was with her, alive.
That is the best news we could hope for. And how are you?
I am well, and keen to see my old friend again.
You'll be glad to see you, I'm sure. Be my eyes, Sunan. They said there would be a scout on this hill. I smell blood on the air. Death is close. Did someone find the scout before me? Slain by wolves. My work has been done for me. Scout patrols the riverbank north of Crowley. Sunan, guide me. Fulke's scout. Right where Basim said he would be. orders from Folke. I should show this to Basim once I've dealt with the others.
Hey there, Anamoon. How's things going today? Thank you for redeeming the Leap of Fail.
That's the one! Kill!
If they see me, this will get messy.
Serva the aero for chepstoi. Sed tibi erit ipse benedictus?
See you, old friend. There, a scout.
We bring Christ!
Seen to the scouts. Basim and Guthrum will be waiting in the woods east of Porchester.
But first, Eivor, we need to do a Leap of Fail. There we go. Thank you, Anamoon, for redeeming the Leap of Fail.
Eivor! Eivor!
I need your eyes, my friend.
Why is that?
When you have stared into as many dead eyes as I have, it's hard to see anything but emptiness. In the end, we are meat for the butcher's blade, sure as hogs. That's all there is. Nothing more. Ah, here's the raven feeder now.
The scouts are dead, and you're safely encamped. I told you this would work.
Time will tell.
Any eye that saw you has been dimmed by death.
You are not short on confidence. That much is clear.
I found something of interest on one of the scouts. Fulke has news of Croinden's fall. She's gathering men and supplies, perhaps to weather a siege.
If she is allowed to dig in at Porchester, it might be months before we can get Sigurd out.
Do you still say I am reckless in my haste, Guthrum?
Saxons! Saxons from the west!
I say your haste has put us squarely in the shit.
Fulke was forewarned. There must have been more scouts than we knew of.
What's done is done. Save your breath for the fight.
Eivor, this mess is of your making.
We kill them here, or behind the walls of Porchester. Either way, they die.
That's the way, Eivor!
They're giving ground! Push them back!
That's better! God grant me!
The Saxons falter!
Run them down! Trample them into the mud! Damn you! Attack! Fall back, you dogs! Back to Porchester!
They flee like rabbits.
Then we chase them like hounds. That ugly bastard's head is mine! Not if I get there first, Slowars!
Leave him! The day's already won! No! Death has found you, Saxon!
You'll join your friends soon enough. Is it for that withered bag of skin you fight? For Sigurd the Sickly?
If Sigurd dies today, I will find your corpse and piss on it!
You bear your false deities like a plague to this land. But you know nothing of those who truly decide our fate.
I decide your fate today, Saxon.
I am ready for my final journey. Let me see what lies beyond.
I will not. Go and tell Folke what you saw today. Tell her Eivor is coming to tear her heart from her chest.
I will tell Fulke her opponent is a weakling who does not have the stomach to finish what they started. You will regret this, Mercy!
There. I'll still let him go, but I'll let him go with low health. I'll be back. Wait and see. Why do we need to do it over? What do you mean? It was in the wrong tense. Fine. I'll be back. To the top. What's that from, Zomb? I don't recognize that joke. I've never heard that one before. Welcome on in, though. Thank you for redeeming the Arnie impression. This weird joke came to mind randomly. You couldn't resist pulling this. Is it from something, or is it something you came up with yourself? Yeah, Lucinda. It's like, you want to have the last word, eh? Well, my spear will have the last word.
He is dead, Eivor. No breath within him. Gods, I've never seen the raucous bastard so quiet.
You are wounded, brother. Let me bear your brother to the camp.
He was always quicker than me. Beat me out of the womb by mere moments. Now he has beat me to Valhalla. Even in death, he had to be first.
This crow feast is my doing.
No blame stains you, Eivor. He cut his own path. Always did. For him, there's no more strife and pain. Only glorious battle and the forever feast.
So it's a combo between the Terminator and Hamilton. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with... Is it a play or something?
Reckless stripling! I warned you the risk was too great!
Peace, Guthrum. It is Fulke who merits your wrath, not Eivor.
You have not seen the half of my wrath. How many of my men now lie dead on account of this glory hoarder?
Many have died, my friend here among them. The fault is mine, knowing that is shame enough.
Small comfort that is to the dead.
What happened here? Uba, Soma, you come at a black hour.
And too late to bloody our blades. Most a pity.
I hope to take Porchester with this one, but folk is forewarned now. I have no more appetite for this. I will go west.
Go then. But know you leave me in a time of need.
What you need is to swallow your pride, raven feeder. Listen to wiser heads than yours.
Eivor?
I will hear you, Guthrum Saxon-Bane, if you wish to speak your piece.
You want your Jarl back? You must be cold as frost. Bravery is your enemy as often as your friend. We do not dash ourselves against hopeless causes. We arrive unexpected, strike swift, gather your allies, pick your moment. Then, and only then, you crush them. You can triumph yet. Go with the wisdom of Odin, the power of Thor, the wit of Freya. Go and find your brother.
Guthrum spoke in anger, but there is wisdom in what he says.
I heard and heeded. I'm not too proud to admit my mistake.
Then there is wisdom in you as well.
We will wait for our allies before the final attack. Until then, we have work to do. First, we need a new camp. The Saxons think we have retreated, but we will draw even closer. Here.
Arrive unexpected.
Erke, Stove, Juvena, right there ahead of me. Together, we will bring them down.
It brings me no pleasure to fight my own people. But a debt is a debt.
Besides, they're men of Wessex, Alfred's folk. No brothers of yours.
We will set off immediately. Together we will fall upon them as Thor's hammer.
After that, we should strike at Fulke's supplies all across Sussex.
Yes. If she is allowed to dig in at Portchester, we will lose our chance to rescue Sigurd.
The letter I found on the scout mentioned Bridgeworth, Guildeford, and Crowley.
They produce weapons in Crowley, food in Guildeford. Bridgeworth is a stronghold. Many Saxon swords there.
Uber, I need your axe arm at Guildeford. Soma, you and your men will aid me in Crowley.
Count on us.
I will go to Bridgeworth and take a measure of things there.
Good. I'll join you after I've dealt with the Saxon camp.
A lion's heart and a crow's cunning. Guthrum judged you too swiftly.
We have work to do. Let's be about it.
Soma and Uber, I apologize. I would have liked to offer better welcome after your long journey.
I'm only sorry we could not be here sooner.
We'll need a short while to organize the men. Then we'll set off as soon as we're able.
I'm doing really good, Zomb. Things are going well. Been doing split streams today, but the first stream I did today, we had the story arc where Sigurd gets captured, and then after I finished that, I ended that stream, and then I started another stream to do the next story arc, where we almost find him, but he's been moved by Fulke, and then I took a break after ending that stream and came back with this one. So now we're going to do this story arc and rescue Sigurd, and then I'm going to call it a stream day then. So the next stream of this, after this one, won't be until Monday now. Clone, thank you so much for the follow.
What I would give to be there when he appears in Odin's hall. Old One Eye will have his hands full tonight, but I cannot let my brother lie forgotten in unknown soil. I must take him home, bury him with what finery I can muster.
I understand. May Freya watch your way, brother. Until we meet again.
Aye. Until then.
Oh, that's fair enough, Mr. Epic. Yeah, that's no trouble at all. Yeah, so I saw your comment about the Highlander remake. You said about Henry Cavill being cast in it, and that you weren't, too sure on it when you first heard about it, but when you found out he was in it, that it made you a bit more optimistic for it. And I said that I think the director of the John Wick movies is also directing that one too, as well. So I hope it's a good movie, and I don't know if it's going to be like a 100% remake where it's completely reset everything and take a different approach, or if it's going to be like a soft reboot where it's like it's in the same universe but different characters and stuff. But I'm assuming that it's going to be an actual remake. So he'll probably be playing Connor, I imagine, this time around. Hey there, Gizlek. Thank you so very much for the raid, dude. How was your stream? How was Rise of the Ronin? Arbitrarily, yearly reminder to eat persimmons. Persimmons? What is persimmons? I've never heard of that before. Hope you had a great stream of Rise of the Ronin. Hope there was a lot of rising of the Ronin. That's the goal of the game, right? To be a Ronin that rises to the top of all the other Ronins.
Interesting.
Just kidding. But I don't really know the story behind the game, though.
Uber Regnesson. It puts me at ease to see you here. Welcome.
Eivor Wolfkiss tempts me with a swipe at Wessex. Who am I to resist?
Here we might finish the work your father began a decade back. Are you ready?
More than ready. I am hungry.
Now here's a welcome face. Soma. How fares Grendebridge?
We thrive, just as we did our first year. And I have you to thank for that.
The risk I took was far less than you're taking now. I thank you for heeding my call.
An oath is an oath, Eivor. Silver-gilded and ironclad.
Troll, no, the goal of Rise of the Ronin is you play samurai that's trying to get out of bed on Monday. Yeah, I mean, that would definitely be tough. To get out of bed on Monday. It's like, can we just skip the Monday and go to Tuesday? Hey there, Schiller. It's going really good, thanks, dude. How's things going with you? Fulky will be dead by the end of this stream. I can definitely assure you that, Schiller. That's for sure. There's not going to be any escape. Mr. Epic, when you hear Soma, you think of the game. That was amazing. Never actually played that one yet, but it does have a very positive reputation. But I would like to get to it eventually, at some point, though. Oh, you played it, Lucinda, and you enjoyed it? Cool. Oh, that's good. It's always good when a game can live up to the reputation that it has. You never know sometimes. Could go any way. Shirley, you're good. You just worked in the garden until 20 minutes ago and just came out of the shower. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Shirley. That's awesome. I hope that it was great weather for you as well when you're outside. Stan, dude is playing Stardew Valley in real life. That's true, Stan, yeah. That's one way to put it. That's the real life version. Welcome back to another stream, Stan. Listen, you're not a big fan of the unkillable enemy kind of horror games, but the story is fantastic, and knowing that you don't mind games like that, I think you'd enjoy it doubly. Oh, sweet. Yeah, and I don't blame you for not really liking those kinds of horror games in general, because the feeling of helplessness can sometimes not be scary, and it becomes more just annoying as well. Sheila, 23 degrees Celsius, clouds and a bit of wind. It was perfect. And you were able to pre-install the casting of Frank Stone yesterday. Oh, that is good. Yeah, I definitely would be happy with that temperature as well. That's for sure. But yeah, that's cool that you got to pre-install it as well. Be interesting to see what that game ends up being like. Mr. Epic, amnesia games weren't really your thing, but you really like Soma, also because of the sci-fi bit in it. Oh, nice. Yeah, sci-fi can go very well with horror. Lucinda, exactly, like, come on, you unspeakable horror. I want to find out what happens next in the story. Leave me alone. Exactly. It's like, look, just give me a weapon and I'll attack you and just get in my way, you know. Troll, also a persimmon, also known as a kaki fruit. It's a small round fruit, kind of looks like a tomato. The taste is like a combo of a mango and a roasted pepper. Mango and roasted pepper. That's definitely a combination. It's supposed to be a game set in the DBD universe, but in the style of the Dark Pictures series or Quarry. Oh, well, that is good, because I wasn't sure if they were going to stick to their usual style or if they were branching out and doing something that was more of a, let's take someone else's franchise and do a game that might be, you know, a more traditional kind of like Resident Evil style, I guess, third-person horror game.
Passing through my lands, Yor met my father. The two got on like tinder and flame, and soon we were married.
You see, Stowe, befriend a king and one is set for life. What could be simpler?
And how do you like England, Lufina?
A gloomy land, full of puzzling people. But when it shows itself in glory, it is magnificent.
Mr. Epic, the ending was amazing and something you won't see coming. Not spoiling it for you. Well, now I know there's a twist ending. Just kidding. It's all good. Troll, as far as you remember, they also have notes of cinnamon and dates as well. I like cinnamon. I like cinnamon donuts. They're delicious. Cinnamon cake is excellent too. Though it's been a while since you ate one. Are they common to find, or do you have to go to like a specialty place? So the devs of DVD basically give their trademark to Supermassive to use their stuff. At least it's advertised like this from both companies. Oh, good. Yeah, because I do like that style of game, like having the urgency sometimes of what your choice needs to be and all that kind of stuff. I don't want every game to be like that, but I definitely don't mind the games that I've played that do that, like Detroit Become Human and the Supermassive games as well. Dr. Darling kept pausing and unpausing the stream, wondering why it's not working. Had to close and reopen the browser. Oh no. Well, I'm glad that the stream is still going, that it's not some technical issue that stopped the stream, like has happened in recent times.
How does it look?
Crawling with Saxon soldiers like lice on a swine. The very sight sours my blood.
Would the sight of their bodies in the mud please you better?
One way to find out.
Eivor, I beg you. Alfred's men or not, they are Saxons and Christians. If I could speak to them, we might avoid bloodshed.
And lose the element of surprise? These people make their living by the blade. We should attack headlong.
You know the people of this isle better than I, Stowe. I trust you.
Thank you, Eivor. I will do what I can. Brave soldiers, my name is Stowe, Reeve of London, and this Dane at my side is Reeve Erke. He is my partner in London. Together we see that justice is done. But more, he is my friend. In London we live in harmony with the Danes. So could you. But your king does not share our philosophy. Alfred bleeds his land dry. Works you all to the bone for a needless war. Now he wants you to die for it. So I beg you, in God's name, walk away from this camp. I will find you new and worthy employment in London. You are good men, and true. I would not want this day to be your last.
This one's right. The Danes are here to stay, like it or not. What good's dying now?
Don't be a lackwit! Soon as you drop your swords, they'll murder us! That's no heathen talking, he's a Saxon. I, for one, believe him.
Come on, lads. It's a new life in London for us. Better that than dying here in the mud.
We'll deal with you traitors later. The rest of you, attack!
Brave try, friend, but now we do things my way. When words fail, iron speaks loudest.
No spots. Arrow in the dog. You're mine.
Get behind if you can.
Away with you! Go down! No!
Die!
Come on!
The camp is ours.
That wasn't so hard, was it, Stowe?
Even one man's death is too many.
Now I must see about destroying Fulke's supplies.
How will we ever share this land if we kill one another so readily?
The weak fall beneath the strong. It has always been so.
No. There is more to this world than that. There has to be.
Troll, where you live, they are not common. You live too far north. They are native to the southern part of America and Asia. Ah, okay, so you have to go out of your way to sort of get some. That's fair enough. Hey, Rosie, welcome back to another stream. That's all good. That's all good. It's funny because I'm so overpowered for each story arc. When I get to them, I have to make sure that if I want to get the dialogue from boss fights, I don't kill them too quickly. Otherwise, the dialogue gets skipped. Stand friend. Yeah, I mean, you know, what Stowe did was honourable, but not all of them accepted. They were like, we'll deal with those traitors later.
In London, we work in harmony with the rooks. They are thriving. Join our side, and we're green from now on. For the rooks! And now, bring me Batman.
Nice one, Schiller. Thank you so much for redeeming that as a Bane impression. Mr. Epic saw a video about global warming, and because of that in some countries it's getting hotter and hotter. Farmers, their land are drying up, and in some places not having water. In your country the opposite is happening. It's raining a lot more and the summer isn't as long as it used to be, which you don't mind. You hate the heat, it gets you headaches. Yeah, I don't blame you. You know, that's one of the things that annoys me about the heat when it's really hot is I just can't get comfortable, which leads to being irritated more easily and not being able to concentrate on stuff as much, because it's, you know, just a whole combination of annoying elements all coming together at once. Troll summer. What's summer? You have rain and frozen rain here. Frozen rain, yeah. It's worse. Sheila, did I hear about the Tangier extension? I haven't, no. What's it an extension to? Troll na snow is better than rain? Oh yeah. Rain versus snow, round 1. Fight. There's a parody of Mortal Kombat idea. The fighters are actually elements like wind and water and fire and snow and ice and all that kind of stuff. Sheila, it's basically a TTS but with several voices like Arthur from Red Dead or Leon from Resident Evil. Oh, really? That's cool. That's funny. Have them say words that aren't even in their respective games. Listen, you don't mind snow as long as it doesn't turn to ice or start to accumulate. Oh, yeah. That's definitely understandable, too. These things that happen. Mr. Epic Smoke wins. Flawless victory. Round 1. Sheila, you can make them say the dumbest stuff. A lot of fun could be had with something like that.
Best go hooded here. Bridgeworth. A forest of Saxon swords awaits within those walls of stone. I should consult with Basim. He will be nearby. What have you discovered?
Bridgeworth swarms with guards, reinforced from the river. Word is that 2 of Fulke's finest oversee such matters.
We should kill these leaders and burn their ships. Crippled and put to panic, their men will be in no place to join Fulke at Portchester.
Frightened men look to their own interests. A good plan.
Huh. I like this. Somehow, I must have destroyed some stuff already because that meter is almost full. Don't know how though, because I didn't do that off stream between these streams.
Stop right there.
Gizlek, it was Basim. I guess that could probably be something. But that doesn't make sense, because this game's not supposed to help you out with stuff like that. Basim's AI forgets he's an assassin. Yeah, earlier in one of the other streams I did today, I broke the window above a door, but Basim refused to climb through the window.
One down, one to go. The other should be somewhere on the keep.
On my way.
Gizlek all the time. All day, every day, Hyundai.
No more sailing for these Saxons.
Indeed.
Sheila, it's an Ubisoft game. You wouldn't question stuff that doesn't make sense. Yes, who are we to question anything like that? It's the quadruple A way. This cannot be questioned.
Stop there, you. Eat this!
Because like this one time you would sit down, you know, to blend in while you did that. Basim took on the entire settlement. Now that would definitely come in handy. Especially if you're doing a run where you were severely underleveled for that part. Mr. Epic, you don't know what Xbox is doing these days. All their games are boring, and the one game you're still waiting for is Halo, but you're afraid one they won't make anymore, the 2 game they make sucks. That's fair enough, yeah. A game that came out on the Xbox that I played that I really liked was Hellblade 2. But if I had
We have this.
a preference, I would have waited until it came out on PlayStation, but I also didn't want to get spoiled for the game before I got to play it, so I figured, well, I'll play it, I'll get Game Pass again, which worked out to be cool because I didn't have to pay for Game Pass. I was able to get a 14-day trial, even though years ago I already had Game Pass, so I was able to use that to play the game and do it off stream. And therefore avoid any potential spoilers that people might have spoiled me about the game before I got to play it.
Hey now!
Hell, take you!
Survey the area, Sunan.
I'll kill you!
Our work is done. Fulke will have no help from Bridgeworth now. See you back at camp.
Sheila, of course not. And please pre-order Shadows so they have at least one pre-order and then pay a monthly sub to start with the Animus Hub. Monthly. Monthly, yeah. Because, like, does the console even have Candy Crush? Nah. I don't think it does. You were doing a Diablo Immortal meme. Oh, were you? Well, sorry, Gizlek, but it was wasted on me. But hopefully other people in chat got the joke. Sorry. Hey there, Kit Kat. Welcome on in. How's things going for you today? Mr. Epic, you don't know why people like Candy Crush. Looks so boring, but then again, you don't play mobile games. It's not for you. That's totally fair. While I have played my fair share of mobile games in the past, I'm not a big fan of them. I'm definitely someone that prefers playing games on a console. Kit Kat, you're good. You're just getting ready for work. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're going good, and I hope that you're going to have a good work day as well. That's if it is daytime for you. I'm not sure, but hopefully, whatever time of day or night, hopefully it ends up being good. Although you said good morning, so... Troll, you like some mobile games, but match 3 games like Candy Crush is not your thing. That's fair enough, Troll, yeah. I'm not a big fan of puzzle games, except the classic kind of ones like Tetris, but that's...
Guildeford is a town of farmers and grain silos. Uber will be nearby.
Oh, so it's 8:30 for you, Kit Kat? Cool. So definitely, still early, but not early,
Be
like
gentle if they spot me.
4 a.m. or something. Because like, this is a long-winded one, but Blizzard has this game franchise, Diablo, that's always been on PC. They made this big announcement where everybody was expecting Diablo 4, and it turns out to be a mobile game. When asked why no PC, they get this one guy on stage who asks the audience, don't you guys have phones? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know of that, but I don't know I didn't know it was connected to the immortal meme. Or do you mean immortal as in just a turn of phrase? Sorry, I thought there was a spin-off game called Diablo Immortal or something. Troy, you had Chrono Trigger on your phone for the longest time, but that's not really a mobile game. Oh yeah. I never did play the original Chrono Trigger, actually. That's true, Gizlek. Yeah, Blizzard is now under Microsoft. Which means characters like the Lost Vikings and Kyle Blackthorn are owned by Microsoft now. Mr. Epic also played a few mobile games for a few years, but the microtransactions became too bad, so you stopped and weren't interested since. I don't blame you at all. Yeah, microtransactions, I don't mind some, but not someone that feels there should be buy this instead of spending the 50 hours that we want you to spend. It's just like, well, how about you make it not 50 hours then worth of gameplay, Troll, I guess Diablo Immortal is a mobile game. Ah, I gotcha, that's the name of it, yeah. But yeah, no, I was definitely aware of that whole thing with the phones thing, but I didn't know that the game in question was called Diablo Immortals. Alright, so let's get into here. Where's Uber? He's in here somewhere. Sometimes I feel like they should just have 4 entrances. Oh, here we go.
All is ready?
We're a town of farmers and shepherds. This place bristles with swords. One of them is a thane by his dress. Serious man with him too. Went into the longhouse.
If we take care, we might avoid drawing the thane's attention while we burn the grain silos.
Ha! Was that a jest? Bring them on! Been too long since I met a Saxon warrior worth half a shit.
We're going to take the run in and kill everyone approach.
Coward! Shoot! Shoot! Help us, brother! Hey, Thanos!
Strike for Christ! Thank Odin for that. I'm sick of skulking around. Now, where's the big man?
Can't hold out much longer. Not on me.
There's the target. Shoot it.
Be gristle! I'll handle it! Back here and face me! Hey, hold on.
can't scamper free this time!
Christ is surely with us.
The Lord will see us prevail!
You're dead. Burns!
Is it over? I was just working up a sweat.
There'll be Saxons enough to test you in Porchester.
I will hope.
You!
Hiquelathus! Inat fram! We should
I will hope.
No! Flayot! Of the way swelda!
Shete! Flayot! Revereres!
We should on
Oh, the dialogue got cancelled. Mr. Epic, you had to play it every day to keep up, and after a while, with that and microtransactions, you got burned out. That's definitely understandable too, as well. There's no point pushing yourself to play it at that point either. Because, like, by the way, here's the gacha menu that you need to keep up. Mr. Epic, Ubisoft in the future. Hi Rod, if you give us $100, you get 10 spins plus 5 extra for a 0.1% chance for a golden Excalibur sword with 50% crit chance. Would you like to know more? No. That would be a huge waste of time. Hey there, Sage. Welcome on in, and thank you for redeeming a random Assassin's Creed quote. Leon, how did you find me? I know what I'm doing. All of France is counting on you. Little man, thank you. Now get out of sight. I mean it. Why? It's time to find out what's inside that temple. And the Capitan? He shall fall, for I am an assassin. That's from Assassin's Creed Unity, one of my favorite quotes from the Dead Kings DLC. Conversation between Arno and Leon. Sage, you watched Shadow's gameplay last night. Neo assassination animation timing. One thing you loved about Unity and OGAC, when animation timing is fast, it's for beautiful fast stealth runs. Yeah, having time slow down to show off a kill move might look cool, but if you're trying to do stealth and you want to be quick about the kill and then move on to the next target or out of range of the other target before they spot you, it's not a good thing, because the person approaching you doesn't slow down when that's happening. Mr. Epic, Sage, you're glad dual assassinations are back, at least with Noe? Dual assassinations are really cool. There's no reason they couldn't have kept doing it after they finished with Unity. And Syndicate. Origins could have had it, Odyssey could have had it, this could have had it, Mirage could have had it. Sheila, you think Shadows will be an AC game we won't get on release? You still want info about the Animus Hub. You'll probably wait for a sale before we get it. Yeah, that Animus Hub thing, they seem to be still very secretive about it. Because, like, you're getting Star Wars, though. Oh yeah, the game where you can stand above a thermal detonator and survive. I saw that bit in that gameplay. I was like, I'm pretty sure a thermal detonator is the equivalent of what, like, not only a grenade, but maybe 2 or 3 grenades at once going off. I think you wouldn't just brush yourself off from that explosion. Because, like, watch them quietly cancel the Animus Hub. I wouldn't be surprised if they just change it because of the feedback they might have gotten.
These men get their weapons from Crowley. I'll see what I can do about that. Soma should be somewhere nearby.
Because, like, well, we've been through this. If you can survive a lightsaber, what's the thermal grenade? I suppose that's true. Shirley, thinking about the Star Wars game, but you're waiting on how it gets received by the fan base. You never played a Star Wars game, so you want your first one to be a good one. Oh, that's understandable, Sheila, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I'm still on the fence about that particular Star Wars game. We'll just have to wait and see approach. Mr. Epic, maybe they'll release it after the reviews have come out like they did with Valhalla Time Savers. Maybe. You never know.
Soma, what is happening here?
Bandits, taking advantage of the disorder in Sussex to fill their pockets. Odin smiles on us today.
Let us make sure this place is burned to the ground. Fulka will get no more weapons from here.
We could charge in while they are distracted, but it would be safer to use fire arrows.
We burn them from afar. Watch them scatter like cats.
A sound decision. I agree. Archers! Take your positions! Stand ready, Eivor! When they see us, they will charge. We must defend the men! Eivor! Protect the archers!
They will not get past me!
Suffer! Shooting! Damn this sinner! Let's rip the dog off!
More Saxons! Hold them back! nonsense! I'll cut you down like wheat! Save your energy, Eivor! There may be more yet! Press on!
Right, damn you!
Again they come! How many more can there be?
The thrill of the chase!
The numbers dwindle! We are winning! Do not falter now, Soma! Never!
Nice, kid!
The best defense is to attack. Go! Get in their teeth! Move in, men! Storm the town!
The archers were taking too fucking long.
Together, lad! I'll take ya! You're dead.
Together, lads, we have this.
I should return to our camp.
Schiller, you still believe microtransactions should be forbidden by law if you had to pay for the game in advance? Yeah. I don't mind like being able to buy outfits and stuff, but if I were to, and I have done with games like Origins, I wait until it's been out for a few years, then I do that. I don't do that upon release. Mr. Epic, Sage, she used the hidden blade in one hand and a dagger in the other to dual assassinate. Sage, Arno did the same, didn't he? Mr. Epic, no. Gizlake, Arno needed only one hidden blade. Sage, Arno only has one blade, but dual assassinate, you can look it up. Mr. Epic, he did it fast with one hidden blade if you look closely. Sage, yes, and no way will just be canon to double assassinate with one blade. Awesome, Arno had some one unrealistic animation where he uses the second blade low. Gizlake, now his hidden blade dagger is basically like Raduna Kaedun's. Mr. Epic, Sage, you look good. He stabs on while holding the other and also stabs him when he's done with the first. He does it just really quickly. Because, like, you don't really think it's that quick. Well, without actually having it in front of me, I do recall that when Arno and when Jacob or Evie do their double assassination, it's not that they have two blades, so it's definitely only one hidden blade, because I don't think they actually have a knife on them that they also use at the same time. But I could be wrong though. But it's something I'd need the side-by-side to actually look at. But I'm pretty sure that they are just doing it with the hidden blade without using another weapon as well. Sage, you agree with you, Epic, 100%. All you're saying is Arno has one singular animation where he uses two blades, but he only has one. Sage, Jacob and Evie have two hidden blades. Yeah. I don't know, I just always thought they only had one. Should I let me load up Syndicate to check? You sure they only have one hidden blade each? I was pretty certain with Syndicate, yeah, there's only one. Mr. Epic, you think Evie only has one? Sage, you just googled it. Oh, that's fair enough. But yeah, I can't remember.
Eivor has returned! Hail, Wolf-Kissed!
I appreciate your efforts to spare the innocent, Eivor. At least we saved some lives here.
One day Saxon and Dane, Norse and Briton, will live as brothers and sisters, as they do in London.
I only wish the path to peace were not paved with so many skulls.
We cannot choose the way the world is. Our only choice is how to face it.
Eivor, forgive me. I have slain too many of my own people already. Cannot kill more. I must return to London.
And you, Erke, do you feel the same?
Someone has to keep an eye on him in the big city. He would only get himself killed otherwise.
We took this camp together, so I'll ask no more of you. Return home, and let your friendship be a beacon to all peoples.
Godspeed, Eivor. I pray you come back safe.
Ever my staunch ally, Lufina. Are your men ready?
They are. Bows strung and arrows fletched. We will harry the enemy from the flanks to keep them off your back. They will not have a moment's peace from us.
I know I can count on you, Lufina.
What are friends for?
Soma Jalskona. You seem grave.
I'm thinking on the battle to come. Every conflict has a cost. I wonder who will pay this time.
We are no strangers to loss, you and I.
The ache of absent souls is a wound that never heals. But we may yet return your brother to your side. There is that.
Fulke and her men will bear the cost today, not us.
I wish I were as sure of it as you.
Is everyone screaming? Hey, calm down.
Sage, seeing you storm stuff in Valhalla reminds you how fun that was in the first playthrough. Oh yeah. It's very satisfying as well. And even more so when you're pretty over-leveled for the thing and you just go in and cause all havoc. Schiller, they only have one hidden blade, each 100%. Sage, due to the era's restriction on open weaponry, Jacob carried an arsenal of hidden tools, including his dual hidden blades, one of which was equipped with a rope launcher. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the rope launcher is... I don't know, I always thought that it was just one hidden blade and that was just an attachment like the Phantom Blade is for Arno. But yeah, if it looks like they've only got one hidden blade in gameplay and animations, then I'd probably go with what you see in the gameplay. So are you just glad that Noe, instead of teleporting, she uses the rope sickle to get the fire assassination? Yeah. Yeah, teleportation is overdone with Odyssey and Mirage.
Uba, any advice before we begin?
Advice? You need none of that now. You stand in no one's shadow, Eivor.
Lofty praise from the son of Ragnar Lothbrok.
It may be that one day our paths lead us to doom, Eivor. But at least we can say the footprints we left were our own.
Bishop Deolov. Strange to see a man of God on the battle lines.
It may surprise you, but I was no stranger to horse and hunt in my younger days.
It is Saxons we fight this day, Deolov. Not Britons, and not in Mercia.
It is Fulke I fight. A false Christian preaching a corruption of God's word. If I can assist in her downfall, I will.
Then you are welcome here, friend.
You are quite the agent of chaos. Fulke's men are chasing their tails, not knowing where you will strike next.
Porchester has neither the supplies nor the forces to keep us out now.
And you have bought time for your allies to arrive. Many have come, not least the bishop here.
As I promised. As the keeper of God's word, it would be poor form if I did not keep my own.
Now, if the talking is done, there's blood to be spilled.
Eivor, dark news. We found a letter on one of the dead. Fulke has called for aid.
Reinforcements.
A Saxon army marches from Winchester.
Then my men and I will ride to meet them. We will harry them every step of the way to buy you time.
We may begin the assault at once, or you might wish to speak with your allies, if you've not done so already.
Warm words do thaw the chill of battle fear.
Listen, the Sigurd is going to be so happy to be back home. Yeah. I mean, partially yes, but yeah, he's definitely very, very changed from being tortured and all that kind of stuff.
We march. When the sun sets on this day, Sigurd will be returned to us, and Fulke's head will be on a spike.
Let us begin.
And Mita very happy, yes. I can understand why he is the way he is though, but... He's like Bassam, where Bassam has fully accepted Loki. So he's sort of just getting used to that knowledge and that.
Eivor, did you enjoy the gift I left you in Canterbury?
You will die today, Fulke! But your men may live if you come here to me and settle this alone!
We have nothing to settle. Die on these walls if you will. It is your choice.
No wall is high enough to keep me from you.
Then come! Claim your brother if you can. I shall wait with him. If you would find us, you need only follow his screams.
Fulke!
What will the skulls say when they speak of this day? They will say we unleashed such rampant slaughter, that Odin himself stirred on his throne to watch. They will say that ravens blackened the sky, to feast on Saxon dead. So raise your swords with me now, brothers and sisters, for today is the day we carve our names into legend!
I'm coming for you, brother.
So many battles and so few scores, Basim. What's your secret?
I don't compete.
Aha! The simplest strategies are the best.
Clear the way! Let's take down that palisade! The keep is in sight! We must fight our way to it!
Mistake you will not make twice.
Watch my lead! That will cost you! God damn you! Going to fight you! That will cost you!
These Saxon slack bladders are no match for Norse steel. Sigurd must be close. Up these stairs.
I rarely miss. God is with me. God damn you!
Schiller, I'm sure he will make the best decisions back as Jarl. Oh, absolutely. Mr. Epic Basim teleportation was so OP. You could teleport on a roof where you can't climb up normally because of spikes, but you only did that because you wanted to stealth clear the mission. So you had to restart a few times, and because of that, became lazy. That's fair enough, yeah. In all my playthroughs so far, the only time I've used Assassin Focus is when the game forces you to. I refuse to use it after that. Pax, thank you so very much for the follow. Thank you very much. And Actual, thank you so very much for the raid. Thank you for doing that. How's things going? Ah, you're playing some Diablo 4. Cool. I've only ever played a bit of the first one and some of the second one. I've never actually played the ones after that, and I've never finished one before. I hope you had a great stream of it. Hope you're enjoying the game as well. And Mita, we don't see Basm using that ability here, though. We don't in Mita, yeah, for a very, very good reason. Because Basm is not a superhuman, magic-wielding, thing. He's got Isu DNA, yes, but Isu aren't magic. Anything that they do is technology-based, not magic-based. Just playing on the normal one, Pax. Yeah, nothing too special. Just playing on the normal difficulty for all the difficulties options and stuff like that. Mr. Rebic, this reminds you of a great game called Rise, Son of Rome. Never actually played that one, but I have heard of that one before. Thank you, Miss Cleopatra, for the follow. Cool name as well. Thank you so much. How's things going? Thank you for joining the raid from Actual Stream. Miss Cleopatra, that's awesome. Exactly, Lucinda, yeah. Thanks for putting that message in. Yeah, I was sort of, because I know how this ends, so I was waiting till I got to like a quiet spot after all the raid part happened. Actual things are good. Diablo is such a good game. Oh, great. That's good to hear. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing, I don't know if I'd sort of like do a whole franchise run of it or anything like that, but I wouldn't mind maybe even just doing a playthrough of Diablo 2 again. Because I haven't finished it, but it was years and years ago when I even played it.
Sigurd was here once, but no longer. Where has Folke taken him? Is this Sigurd's blood?
Still fresh.
The church! Fulke must have taken him there. Come on, Basim! Sigurd. Every instant of your torment, Fulke will suffer tenfold.
Something weird with the dialogue audio there when moving the camera around. There's like a spot in this location that is like a sound reduction thing happening. Lucinda, they did a remaster of Diablo 2 in 2021. It's available for PS5 from what you're reading. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't even realize they did a remaster of it.
I'll pulp you! Say goodnight. will see us. Suffer for that.
Listen, you remember your Diablo people being hyped about it. You've only ever played Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. Okay. I think it took a long time for them to do the third one, I think, as well. After the second game was done. Indeed, Dr. Darling tossed. Listen, but it was really fun. You played a lot of it, hundreds of hours. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good that you enjoyed it. Dr. Darling, that guy's getting special treatment. He is, because of that. I was like, if he wants to throw Eivor off of that, then I'll basically launch him off of it. Meets a nice one. Yeah.
This door will need the strength of two.
Because, like, yeah, because there was a whole fallout between Bill Roper and Blizzard back in 2002 or so. Ah, okay. So it was something in that sense that stopped it from being done earlier. Diablo 3. Hey there, Barnes. Good evening. Morning, Rod. Hey there, Barnes. Welcome on in. Good morning, no evening, morning, no evening to you as well, Barnes. Welcome on in. Gizlek. So Blizzard North basically went up into thin air, who were developing Diablo 3, and then Blizzard overhauled Diablo 3 massively. Oh, okay. Yeah. I wonder what a Diablo 3 by the same people as 1 and 2 would have been like then.
Give me a hand!
After kicking around for about 10 years. That's a long time.
Fool K.
I have done all I could to help him, Eivor. The rest is up to you.
No! No! Brother. I'm here for you. I have you.
Let me stay with him. You deal with Fulke.
I'll come back for you. I promise. You cower for me, Fulke, like a rat in the dark.
We're all in the dark, Eivor. It is the search for the light that brings us closer to the gods.
Save your babble. Death is our language now.
You fight beneath the banner of ignorance, Eivor. I could pull back the curtain for you, give you a glimpse of what lies beyond.
I need nothing from you. This ends here.
A pity to kill one with such potential.
Where your fine words now, Paladin?
not raise your eyes to the light, I will bury you in the dark.
So, you can fight after all.
Ugh. I'm burning for my sins! You meddle in matters you do not understand. You are more like Sigurd than you know. Do you not wonder, Eivor, at the things I have learned?
Every word you say is madness.
Sigurd is an ancient one, an Archon, Nephilim, Isu, call him what you will. He is reborn.
He's my brother and my Jarl, and you're mindsick.
He is everything we should hope to be.
Fulke! Damn you to hell!
Listen, you heard Diablo 3 was kind of bad until they did the Reaper of Souls expansion? Sigurd. Yeah. I imagine there's a lot of expansions for that game now too. But yeah, seeing him like that, is pretty much out of it. He's like, aware, but he's still out of it a bit as well. Sage, this mission is amazing for the standard for the game as a whole. This mission is without a doubt beautiful looking and a great story. I like the fight part here where it's sort of like you got the light from the lit torches, but you've also got the shadows and everything and stuff like that. Because like the closest to original Diablo 3 experience are probably Path of Exile Torchlight, and you're not sure maybe Grim Dawn. You haven't looked into Grim Dawn properly ever. It's actually somewhere in your backlog. Well, that's definitely fair enough if you haven't played through it already, Gizlek. Rosie? Eivor? Yeah, it's funny. I don't know what the actual proper pronunciation's supposed to be, actually. I just say Eivor, but I don't think that's even right. Hey there, Babs. Good eve to noon to you as well, Babs. Welcome on in. I hope everything's going well today. Sage, Fulke is so wise and full of knowledge no one knows, yet Fulke is lost and blind. This is true. All the things that she was saying about Sigurd are true, and it's understandable to think that she's just babbling nonsense, but she is telling the truth. However, that still doesn't excuse, of course, what she did and how she did it and all that kind of stuff, but still.
Fulke! You can't run from me forever! Nobody touch her. She is mine.
You are too late, Eivor. I have opened your brother's mind to the truth. That is my victory. And you will go with me to the grave. You can wound my flesh, but my work will live on for all time. You are more like your brother than I realized, Eivor.
Man in your hell!
Stop! You misunderstand, Eivor.
I'll eat your heart!
She has saved your brother!
Animals we are. Spit and vomit. Shit and soil. Sigurd is so much more. I gave him that understanding. That gift.
You gave him pain!
Yes! To awaken him! All that power, all that potential locked away. A god trapped in a prison of bones. Pain was necessary to free him. Behold his terrible beauty. The beauty of the devil.
Hers was the great work, the highest achievement of humankind. Now you, Eivor, you must carry it forward.
Sigurd.
I can walk. Let me walk.
Sigurd.
Eivor. I will fight. As a thresher through a field of wheat, mad one.
What has she done to you?
Eivor! We delayed them as long as we could.
Reinforcements from Winchester have come.
Get Sigurd to a boat. I will hold them off till you're safely away.
Fight well, Eivor. Find us at the settlement when you can.
Archers! To the walls!
Meet your damn Saxon dogs! Don't they give up?
Stand with me, Uba. We'll turn the tide.
Stay strong! Victory is close at hand!
Keep your wits about you, Soma. Don't get careless now. Never. One last effort! Drive them back!
By Thor, we're not done yet.
Do not falter now! For Odin and for glory!
Have your guts out!
Is that the last of them?
We have beaten them back for now, but without Guthrum's army, we do not have the numbers to hold this fort.
We found Sigurd. That is what matters.
Guthrum was hasty in his judgment, Eivor. You are fit to stand with the best of us. Go to your brother. The words of one beloved will heal him faster than herbs. I will see to matters here.
May the gods guide you, Uba, until we meet again.
Sage Bros, trolling 4K. Yeah, I was trying to get all the dialogue. I thought there might also be some dialogue when she's almost dead, but nothing came about, so I was like, alright, time to finish it. And Mita, he is the god of war. This is true. That's right. Tyr, the lord of justice and the god of war. Shilla, bye, Folky. You won't be missed. Definitely not. Oh no. Yeah, won't be missing Folky, that's for sure. Ronan Grim Dawn is really good. You also play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor, Martyr, and Martyr, and Torchlight 2 and Alienation. You love jamming to some music and playing ARPGs. That is really cool, Ronan. It does make the experience even better with certain games when you do listen to music as you're doing it. I like to listen to music when I'm grinding for something in a game, because then I can have one thing that isn't monotonous in a way, because sometimes it just feels monotonous with the grinding aspect. And if I was to do it with just the game's audio, it would probably, make it worse. So playing something else to listen to is definitely good. Hey there, Senny. Thank you so very much for the raid, dude. How is your stream of The Outer Worlds? And how is that game, by the way? Hope it's going well. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. Troll, the Lord of Justice. I guess true. When you break up the word like that. Just as. How's things going, Senny? We just rescued Sigurd. Got him back.
So, Majalskona, it seems we have won.
A great victory. Not even these walls could stand against us.
This land will be ours in time. What now for you?
Uba and I will go west, driving the Saxons before us. Alfred will not hold the crown much longer.
I hope one day to see you both there.
I would like that.
There's one more thing.
What are you doing still talking to me? Enough goodbyes. Go to Sigurd.
Yes. Be well, Uba.
Ronin music is essential with ARPGs. Everything is visual and grinding is a feature. Yeah. Yeah, when that's the nature of the style of game, if that's what you really enjoy, then it would actually make it a lot more tolerable as well. Progress, hello again, City. Hope Valhalla is progressing nicely. It went well, thanks. About 6 hours in now and doing some decent progress. The game is decent. You like the setting, mega corporate dystopia, and the environment and music, but story-wise, not overly invested, and the cutscene presentation in Bethesda style is new to you, and a bit jarring, but there's still a decent bit to like about it. Thanks for the shout-out. Oh, dude, that's no worries at all for the shout-out. Glad to hear that it went well. Good that there's some still things in it that are making you still want to play it, you know. It's good it hasn't got to a point where it's like, I just want to end this game, you know, quickly, kind of thing. So that's good. And it is progressing. Yeah, going really, really well. After this story arc is finished, I'll have 10 story arcs left. And then I also need to do the Hidden Ones Bureaus and the Animus Anomalies. And then that'll be the playthrough. So I think I'll still be on track to finish the playthrough next week.
How did you like the taste of battle?
That was exhilarating. Reminds me of my younger days.
Had you not delayed those reinforcements, we might never have succeeded. You are brave for a priest.
Do not underestimate the faithful. We give our lives to a god we cannot see or touch. There is no greater bravery than that.
Crooked, only 10 left by Valhalla standards. That's nothing. Oh, exactly. Like, that's just like a small sliver of the story. That's great, though. Glad you're making good progress. Seems like you're more than halfway now. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, starting the playthrough already overpowered for the early parts has kept up as I've gone through, so I've always been overpowered for each story arc, so that definitely helps a lot too, as well.
Zuvina, I'm glad to see you made it through.
Be proud, Eivor. You found Sigurd, against the odds.
I found his shadow. But I must hope that the scars Fulke has inflicted on his mind will heal.
Sigurd is strong. It will take more than pain to break him.
You did not see him, Luvina. There was an emptiness in his eyes.
I am sorry to hear that. Let us hope for the best.
Oh yeah, it really was, Crooked. They don't do the Odyssey and throw enemies double your level at you, lol. Yeah. It's like, oh, seriously? So what's happened with Sigurd, when he called Eivor the Mad One, he needs to get used to the fact that in a past life, he was someone completely different. It's different with Basim, because even before this game starts, he's well and truly already accepted and gotten used to the fact that he used to be Loki. But Sigurd has to go through that process yet. So that's why he's half calling Eivor Eivor and half referring to Eivor as the Mad One when he's actually referring to Odin, because that's the tier part of his... the tier part of him talking, you know, so... And that partly explains his outburst that we have later, because he's trying to just get used to it all, and
What are you doing?
when you have two different people, essentially, it's kind of like, well, yeah. Like, imagine you've lived your whole life as yourself, but then you find out that there's this whole other life that you lived a long time ago. And the knowledge that you had of things back then start to come to you, and how weird and bizarre it might be to have to get used to those new, to you anyway, you know, and your new to you sort of like things is like, that'd be very difficult to have to deal with. So all that is why I give Sigurd a lot of slack as a character. I don't dislike him as much as some others do.
Why is Basim one of the best assassins? Because he's low-key.
Good one, Gizlek. Thanks for redeeming that as a Bane impression, dude. Listen, there'd be a lot to reconcile. It really, really would. Absolutely. Plus, never mind the fact he's been tortured as well. I don't think after being tortured anyone would be all happy and bright, you know? It's like, oh, you just spent weeks and weeks being tortured. How are you going to react? Oh, I'd be fine. I'd be jumping up and down, excited. I'd be running around smiling to everyone, saying how happy I was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be relieved that it was all over, but it'd be understandable if there's some kind of, like, you know, getting used to being back to normality, you know. Low key, nice. It's a very high key joke.
Sigurd Jarl, back where you belong. I missed you, my brother.
Yeah, you missed me. Once or twice, I hear.
What?
You took your time to find me. Was it for this? To enjoy your time on my throne?
I did only what you asked of me.
And you slew all those who questioned you.
That is not what happened. Ranvi will tell you.
Oh yeah, we'll see. My dear wife, brought to me as a gift by her clan to pacify my ambition. Yes, I'm sure she will be the one to tell me the truth.
What did that witch Fulke do to you?
You cannot even begin to imagine the things I've seen. What I've learned. Born of gods is who I am. A lord of war. A Roman Mars. I know who I am. I know my destiny. And you will not hinder me!
Brother.
Forgive me. I am faint. Tired of the day and all that has passed. I need air.
He's been this way since his return. Could you speak with him? Settle his mind?
I can try.
I like how there was still someone dancing when that outburst happened. Yeah, listen, the poor Sigurd indeed. Absolutely. It's been through a hell of a time. Because I've had the Alliance map redeems inactive today, while I respond to chat, here's a free one. But not for 10 minutes though. But here's just a free look at the Alliance map. Crooked is not wrong though, and everyone looks at him in awkward silence. That's true. Exactly, Crooked. That's the thing about all of this, you know, is it's all the truth. Listen, that part makes you tear up now, or you're kind of against when you played it, but watching it again here now makes you a little emotional. Yeah. And that's the thing too with something like this is it's understandable to feel a certain way about Sigurd because when you first meet him after he's spent some time with Basim and he starts talking about this stone and everything like that, that's where the shift begins. And you go from Basim having obviously known for quite some time that there's more to Sigurd because he knows from personal experience. He's basically been manipulating Sigurd because obviously, while he could just kill Sigurd outright, he wants Sigurd to actually remember that he's Tyr because he wants to get the satisfaction of knowing, that he knows, So in that respect, it's kind of like a bit of sport for Basim in that way. But partly he probably thinks too that he needs to stay his blade from killing Sigurd, at least for now, until he finds out where the person who was Odin is. So obviously that ends up getting revealed because of him seeing the scar, but the wolf scar over the top of the actual other scar prevented him from seeing it straight away. Because he would have been looking, because people that he encountered, he would have been looking at their necks, to see if they had that scar. Because he knows, because he's got it himself. But because Eivor had the wolf bite scar over her neck in the exact same spot where the Isu scar is, he didn't notice straight away. It's not until later that he actually 100% finds out that Eivor has memories of Odin and stuff. So all that together, by the time Sigurd has been tortured and he himself knows that there's more to him, his mind would be all over the place, and so he wouldn't be 100% able to deal with that in a way that would make him, happy and stuff. That's why when we see him there, he's not happy, he's not celebrating, because there's something that he's experiencing and going through that he was tortured for and all that kind of stuff. Sheila, at least the alliance map is there to cheer us up. Exactly, Sheila, exactly. Crooked, the person dancing had 2 or 10 beers and couldn't be bothered. That's right, they were on a roll too, Crooked. They were like, we can't stop, otherwise I'll just fall over. Sage, are you the only one who thought Sigurd was going to have a much bigger impact on story after that mission? I did too, Sage. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what they were going to do with Sigurd after that, this part, and then also before the part where they go back to Norway.
Randvi, Sigurd has been through so much. Be patient with him.
Of course. I cannot imagine. The savagery of that woman, Folke.
For all her wretchedness, she seemed to like him. I know that sounds strange.
How do you mean?
She claimed to know him, to admire him. Said he was a greater man than we could ever know. Yet for all her praise, she tortured him to the brink of madness and death. I do not understand why.
In time, Sigurd may come around. And if he does, he may be willing to speak.
Randvi.
Have you spoken with Sigurd yet?
Not yet. Soon.
No reason to kill such fine young things if
Basim, will you not join us?
In time, I may celebrate. But tonight is a melancholy mood. I would rather sit here quietly alone with my thoughts.
I understand.
Do not let Sigurd's present mood upset you. He spoke warmly of you as we sailed here. I believe he still trusts you more deeply than he can express.
We trust each other.
That is clear. Enjoy the feast, Eivor.
Where is Sigurd gone? In the cemetery. His mood is dark.
Sage, Basim knows you're Odin from the start of the game, right? No, not 100%, because he knows that Sigurd is, and then when Basim first meets Eivor, when they come here, he doesn't know. When Sigurd and Folki and Eivor and Basim are looking at the stone, I think it's the stone. When they're looking at it, Eivor has the conversation with Odin, but Basim can see that something is up with Eivor, and he smiles. So at that point, he suspects, but he doesn't 100% know. It's not until later when he actually looks at Eivor's neck up close that through the wolf scar he can see the Isu scar below it. And that's when he can 100% confirm his suspicions. So he didn't know outright about Eivor. He didn't know 100% when he saw her reacting a certain way in the scene I just mentioned. But when he actually looked at the scar closely, through the wolf scar, he was able to see the Isu scar that the wolf scar covered.
There you are, brother. What are you doing here? I was looking for you. Sigurd.
Dag died defending my honor?
So he claimed.
Then he was a fool. My honor needs no defense. It is stone solid, unblemished.
I offered him a way out, but...
Shh. Say nothing more of the past. It is gone. There is a rift as deep as death between then and now. I was tested, Eivor, in a crucible of blood and fire. And in my agony, I was reborn. You may think me less than I was, but this is not so. I am greater than before. My mind is a wellspring of prophecies, visions that tell me who I truly am. And for all that, I am grateful for my suffering.
Sigurd, I want to understand, but all you say makes little sense.
Basim saw these things in me. Fulke, too. Despite her cruelty, she spoke the truth. I am more than the man I was. More than this hobbling stick that stands before you. You must look harder, Eivor. Deeper. See for yourself what they found in me. Do you see it? My greater self.
I don't know what that means.
Look. This is the face of a god.
I see only my brother and my truest friend. Return to where he is loved and cherished. Where he's meant to be.
You are kind. But your eyes are clouded by the past. A place I can no longer see. I fear our paths diverged long ago. Go. I wish to be alone. Return to my feast and drink for me. Celebrate the days to come in my name.
Looks like I have a new letter. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randi. Best tell her the good news.
I don't care about the River Raid game. I don't give any shits or fucks about it. Stop pointing out that it's a thing. There's like... The last couple of story arcs, the game is like, hey Rod, there's a quest called the Cuckoo and the Cuckoo, or whatever it's called, and there's a quest called the River Raids. Do it, will you? And like, fuck off. And Mitra is really stupid and never ending. Oh yeah. It's just, you know. And even if I did like the River Raids, I don't even have time to do any of them anyway in this playthrough. Saber, you let the dog out? She's just laying down now? Oh, cool, Saber. That's good. Sounds like you and the doggo are nice and relaxed. The glitches in this cave.
What happened yesterday? You and Sigurd disappeared during the feast, and when you returned, he went straight to our room without a word.
We talked for a time. I asked many questions, but got few answers. I wish I could say more. Sigurd wants to blame me for every mishap that has befallen him, but gives me no credit for his rescue. I don't understand.
Yet he does speak with you. With me, he has gone totally silent. So, what now?
This is for Sussex. We burned it to the ground to save one man. Yet he's barely the man we were searching for.
Quite so.
A new territory, hey? One of the territories is my least favorite story arcs, which is the Biestan quest. The dude who wants to be reunited with his long-lost love, and his wife who wants to leave and go to France, or go back to France. Saber, she can be a pain when she barks at people, but it's just because she wants their love. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, that's how I think it is with some dogs, you know, when they're barking. Like, if you walk past. Like, yeah, they're barking because they want to protect where they are, but sometimes they're also barking because they just want you to stop and say hello. But I definitely wouldn't recommend just randomly, you know, like if a dog's barking at you viciously, I wouldn't just stop and then put your hand over and try to pet him, of course. And Mita got to go now. Thanks for the game. See you. Catch you up next time. Oh yeah, and Mita, that's no trouble at all. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you have a good one. Would like to highly recommend people check out Enmita's channel if you haven't before. Enmita is doing a playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima, so if you're a fan of that game, then definitely recommend. Oh, no worries at all for the shout out, Enmita. No problem at all. Thank you for being here too, and I hope that everything goes well. Hope you have a good one. Dr. Darling, why do the river raids when you can do 3 paid DLCs, the Helheim free DLC, the puzzle dungeons, the seasonal festivities, all that content to make your playthrough become a 400-hour one instead of just a 200-hour one? Saber, yeah, you're normally outside with her just in case, because she does get so excited. She does sound vicious. That's definitely a good idea, though, too, Saber, as well. To do that, too, just to be on the safe side as well. Okay, so we have a letter from Hytham, but I'm not ready to kickstart that off yet. Sigurd's like, just let me go to sleep.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Alright, so, just to show, okay, so we have Overshire, Lincolnshire, Gloucestershire, and Essex available. On Monday's stream, what I'm going to do is the Essex one, because that's my least favorite. That's related to the matchmaking quest, as I call it. So on Monday's stream, I'll do Essex, and I'll do what I call the Halloween quest. This is where Gunnar goes and there's like the Halloween type festivity. And then I do the Nottinghamshire one, which I think becomes available after I've done one of the other ones. And then Overshire, then Lincolnshire with Hunwald stuff. Then around that time is when I start to do things related to the hidden ones and finish all that off. Saber, her name's Xena, warrior princess. Pretty sure she has the hard head like her too. That is so cool, Saber. That's a great name.
I should go.
Xena, warrior princess. That was such a great show. I like the Hercules show as well. There's definitely something good to look forward to at the end of a school week when they showed them. I think it was on Saturdays. They would show Hercules and then Xena a bit later. Thank you, Dr. Darling, for redeeming a leap of fail. Gizlek, I want to see the Alliance map. I want to see it, man. I want to see the Alliance map. I want to see the Alliance map. Nice one, Ave. Thanks for redeeming that as an Arnie impression. Leap of fail, leap of fail. Let's do a leap of fail. Hey there, Bearsuit. Back to back on Saturday afternoon. Xena and Hercules for you too? Excellent. Yeah, so cool. We'll never see shows like that ever again, because there's just something about them that is just, late 90s, early 2000s about it. It's in that kind of middle ground. Troll, Xena, you say, aye! I can't remember how she does it actually, but yeah, that's who. Saber, you would watch Xena before you had to go to school. Oh, would you, Saber? I bet you after the episode you were finished, you were kind of like, oh, now I've got to go to school. I was a bit like that with some of the cartoons I'd watch in the morning before going to school. I'd be like, oh, great. Especially if it was a cliffhanger. It's like, you mean to tell me I got to go through a whole day of school and then go to sleep and then wake up the next morning before I can find out what happens next? Indeed, Lucinda. Poor Eivor. Why'd you do it for? Nice one, Troll. That's a good emote. Because, you think it's because the script wasn't trying to cram catchphrases and morality everywhere to the detriment of the plot? Yeah, I mean, there was, there were certain episodes that did have, a moral, message about it. But then you had the funny things at the end of the credits where it would say, no Cyclopses were harmed during the making of this episode. Just joke stuff like that. Ronan Bruce Campbell also spun off his character in the show Jack of Trades. They needed to keep the crew busy in the off-season as Xena. Yeah, that was actually the first thing I saw him in. So when it was years and years later and I first watched The Evil Dead for the first time, I kept thinking to myself, this actor's face looks very, very familiar. Because, of course, as Autolycus, he's got, the mustache. Plus, his face was a bit thinner by that point, and he was a bit older. But then I was like, that's the dude from Hercules and Xena. And then I found out what his name was, and, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's a cool actor. He's who I think should have played Sully in an Uncharted movie. That's it for you, Inspector Gadget. before school in the mornings and then Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers after. What a combo, Bearsuit. Yeah, I still love watching Inspector Gadget, and also would like watching, the X-Men 90s animated series, the Spider-Man one. There was even like a Conan animated series that I watched from time to time as well. Ninja Turtles as well. The original Transformers. The real Ghostbusters. So it'd be 1.5 episodes. You'd beg your dad to let you finish the episode and skip school. I don't blame you. Be like, nah, don't want to go. Just want to watch this. Okay, so that is the end of not only this stream, but my stream day. So this ends the story arc, but also ends the 3-part arc about Sigurd's capture and his rescue, which is what I wanted to do today. I wanted to get those 3 story arcs done, separated with a break in between. So each stream today has been 1 story arc each. But the next stream of this now won't be until Monday. Another reason why I wanted to do all the Sigurd stuff in one day was to make sure that there wasn't a big gap between parts and stuff. But on Monday we'll continue the story and do the Essex quest line, which is my least favourite. And it should have been an optional thing, I think, overall. But I just want to thank everyone so much for watching this stream. I really do appreciate it. The next stream that you will see from me will be The Evil Within. I'm going to be starting my Phase 1 playthrough to celebrate the game's 10th anniversary. Looking forward to it. It's going to be cool to play through that game again and also get all the collectibles because I've never done that before. And as we go through the game, we're going to look around the game environment. So I won't be rushing through things or that kind of stuff. I want to take in the atmosphere and the environment when I can, because sometimes there's enemies that will, get in the road of that. But that's the plan for Evil Within. Listen, I'm glad you got to catch this. This part of the game was probably the most interesting for you, or what was the most invested in, I guess you mean. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that you're able to catch it, Lucinda, if you feel about it that way, But yeah, I think this is one of the examples of why other story arcs that aren't related to this or related to the Order of the Ancients or aren't related to Sigurd and Eivor's thing, like the Essex one, and there's a few other ones too. It just puts them in contrast, Ronan, there's a King Conan film with Arnie, I think you heard anyways. Yeah, that one's been a long time. I don't know if they're actually going to be doing it ultimately. Just have to wait and see. Indeed, Lucinda, the evil within, the electrician within. Bearsuit, evil within sounds interesting. You might give that a try sometime. Bearsuit, I could foresee that if you were to play Evil Within, I could imagine that you would be doing various playthrough types. The spirits are telling me that you would be doing a Kumu mode, and you would also be doing that mode with the permadeath challenge, and that you would also be doing that mode and not being able to get upgrades and abilities. I think you will enjoy the Evil Within when you actually play it for the 50th time. It's such a good game, though. I've been looking forward to it. There's who Rod can see our future. If only I could see the future lottery numbers. That would definitely be very handy to do. Before I raid out, and we're going to raid out to Enmita, actually. That's good timing. They're doing a playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. They were just in here, and I haven't raided them ever before. So that's who we'll raid. Before that, though, I just want to give some shout-outs. would like to highly recommend people check out Crocodiles, who is doing a playthrough of the Outer Worlds, as well as a game called Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh playthrough is part of an overall marathon of games, not back to back to back, but a fair chunk of games as a project that are going to be played in timeline order. So they are varied across different franchises and genres. Lucinda is doing her annual playthrough of The Last of Us Part 1, and is also a big fan of the Resident Evil series, as well as The Evil Within, Dishonored, Bioshock. Shitterlock is also highly recommended. He's playing through Assassin's Creed Origins for his annual playthrough. He's playing with a torch challenge, and he's also having Bayek wear a bath towel outfit for the whole playthrough, which is quite funny. Gizlek is also highly recommended. He's been doing Rise of the Ronin. He's also a fan of the Yakuza series, as well as games like the Phoenix Wright series. I'm in a best suit, also highly recommended. He's playing The Evil Within. He's doing challenge runs of various kinds, playing the game on the hardest mode, which is Akumu, playing on that mode and doing playthroughs where he can't get certain upgrades or any upgrades at all. Also doing permadeath challenge runs with that. He's also a fan of the Dark Souls series, as well as The Last of Us as well. Actual is also definitely recommended. They've been playing Diablo 4. Mr. Gote is a fan of games like Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, but also games like Outlast, as well as the Ghost Recon games. And Shaky has been playing through WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. So highly recommend people check out those streamers if you haven't before. Hey there, Linus. You think you were here twice. It's all Crocodiles' fault. Hey, you know lurking whole time. This view is awesome. Akuma mode. Oh, Akumu mode. That's a good one, Linus. Ryu has made that joke as well before. Akuma mode. Very cool. Thank you so much for being here, Linus, and for the lurking as well. Thank you so much. And yeah, there's some really good environmental effects that you can see sometimes happening in this game. Would also like to highly recommend Lidus as well. He plays a lot of retro stuff. He's doing Mortal Kombat 2. He's also a big fan of the Street Fighter series, as well as Tekken. And he's also playing Resident Evil retro games as well, and many other ones. A lot of really cool and funny things happen on his channel, and there's a lot of shenanigans as well. Oh, sorry, Brutus. Your message. That's no worries at all, Brutus, for the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad that you were here and that you've had a good time. I hope you have a great weekend as well. Thank you so much for that. Lucinda, thank you for the shout out. That is all good, Lucinda. Absolutely no problem at all. And same to you as well, Bearsuit. No worries at all for the shout out, dude. And thank you. I will. I hope you have a great one too. Ronan, fair row, a British Saints row, lol. Fair row. Nice. Nice play on the word pharaoh there, Ronan. A British Saints row. And that's no worries at all either for the shout out, Lidus. Shenanigans. You love that word. I do too. It's got a really funny sound to it as well. Like smuggler. Smuggler. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Here's a general raid message that everyone can copy and paste. And here is one for subs. Which is that one there. And let's go and raid out to Enmita, who is playing Ghost of Tsushima. Lidus raid 2, it worked. The only problem with that one, Lidus, is that the actual emotes won't appear for anyone. You didn't know it would get triggered. That's all good, Linus. But thanks for doing that, though, because now I know to actually deactivate it. Shenanigans work in mysterious ways. They well and truly do, you're not wrong there. There's the current schedule. We'll get back to Assassin's Creed on Monday. Most likely, I'll finish this playthrough next week. And the next stream you'll see from me will be The Evil Within. So if you see me streaming that, then you know it's become Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'll be going back to Splinter Cell. Bearsuit, thank you so very much for the 35 months in a row. Dude, that is amazing. Thank you so very much for that. And also, thank you for using your Prime as well. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that a lot. You just noticed your emotes weren't working. Well, thank you so much for that, dude. I really do appreciate the 35 months in a row. See you next time, Ronan. I hope that you have a good one as well. Hope everyone watching has a good day or night, whichever the case may be. And I'll see you in the next stream.